President-elect Trump's nominee for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz, is facing major pushback on Capitol Hill. Rachel Scott is there with the latest. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, Rebecca, good morning to you. And the House Ethics Committee ended its investigation into Matt Gaetz after he resigned from Congress once Donald Trump tapped him to serve as Attorney General. But this morning, Democrats and Republicans in the Senate tell me they want to see the findings of that investigation. And now there is growing pressure on that bipartisan committee to release their report.
This morning, Republican senators signaling the confirmation of Matt Gaetz as the nation's top law enforcement officer is far from a done deal.
Well, we'll talk about it for certain. I know he's going to have an uphill battle.
Senate Democrats and Republicans calling on the bipartisan House Ethics Committee to release their findings from a months-long investigation into Gaetz for alleged sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. Allegations Gaetz has long claimed are false.
How critical is it then to have access to what the House Ethics Committee has found in their investigation?
I think there should not be any limitation on the Senate Judiciary Committee's investigation, including whatever the House Ethics Committee has generated.
So you want to see it?
Absolutely.
Sources say the committee was preparing to vote to release that report as early as this week. But after Trump announced his nomination, Gaetz abruptly resigned from Congress, the move immediately ending the investigation.
Can you still release the report?
No, sure can't.
Sources tell ABC News the committee heard from a young woman who said Gaetz had sex with her when she was just 17 years old, while he was still in Congress. It's a claim Gaetz denies, saying in a statement, this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. The lawyer representing that woman calling Gaetz' nomination a perverse development, saying she was a high school student and there were witnesses. The Justice Department Gaetz could soon lead was actually investigating him for obstruction of justice and sex trafficking. Gaetz denies those allegations, too. And even though the DOJ closed their investigation without bringing charges, the allegations alone raising doubts.
A lot of people will spend a lot of political capital on something that even if it got done, you'd have to wonder if it was worth it.
Sources tell us Trump's decision to nominate Gaetz came together within just 24 hours. Trump, not impressed by a handful of other candidates, ultimately persuaded during his flight back from D.C. Gaetz, who is a fierce defender of Trump, at one point suggested he should be up for the job.
I'd fire every little kicker at the J. Edgar Hoover building and send them all packing.
Threatening to take an axe to the Justice Department.
We either get this government back on our side or we defund and get rid of, abolish the FBI, CDC, ATF, DOJ, every last one of them if they do not come to heel.
So I'm told this morning that Vice President-elect J.D. Vance, as well as Matt Gaetz himself, have been making calls to senators, really trying to gauge support. But I will tell you, I've talked to at least 5 Republican senators here on Capitol Hill. All of them acknowledge that this could be an uphill battle with.
All right, Rachel Scott for us. Thank you.